Hello, Denise here, Junk Journal Junkie UK. I'd like to say a lovely big thank you to all my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for visiting with me so often. I'd like to have a nice hello shout out to new people that are subscribing and watching my videos. Nice to have you along, guys. Today I'm going to do another Junket July, which is a challenge on the Tatty Treasure and Friends Facebook group. So I think I've got all the same things I had last time. I'm just trying to get through them. That might be a new one, which is a flyer for a barber's shop. So I had that last time. I did Junket July, which is just a lovely piece of cardstock from a cereal box or cereal bar box. I have got a piece of wallpaper, glittery wallpaper, just a piece of card out of a packet of envelopes, a piece of card from my white card and like a brown paper, half a brown paper grocery bag. Okay, so I'm just going to make a couple of things today. So you'll see here on my desk maybe, I just pulled out these lovely little fussy cuts that I've had just in my drawer a little while. They're from a book called In My Garden that I did something with quite a few months ago, not on film with you guys. And I just love them, they're so cute. When I got to halfway down the drawer and found them, I thought, oh, I need to use those, they're beautiful. So in the spirit of using it up, Junket July, I'm going to use those, or hopefully something from them. So let's decide what we're going to. I'd like to get this piece of wallpaper out of the way, and because it is a tall thin piece, I just don't know how much in camera you are there. Might move you up a little bit if I can. Oh, sorry if I made you a bit dizzy there. Don't know if that's helped at all. Obviously it doesn't really lend itself to much, so I was thinking, and I'm not all that fussed about that candly bit at the bottom, I might use it, but I was thinking it might make a nice journal card stitched around. So don't know which piece of this. It's nice and thick covering actually, so maybe on there. So if I just stick that card on and then cut round whatever piece of the wallpaper I've got, might even be able to have one of those birds or something on it, and then stitch around it. I think that might make a nice journal card. So let's cut it down a little bit. So it's all about doing the quick and easy. I'm not trying to do anything complicated or new or try anything out. Just want to get rid of these pieces of junk and square up a little bit. Oh yeah, so I've got a page of music paper there that I've dug out as well. I have got a digital. I've started to print, said I was going to print today, and I don't know if it's because my printer hasn't been used for a few days or what the problem is. I've had this before. Can you see where the black ink is making a mess on the bottom of my sheet? So these two are now you know, to be cut up and used rather than to be used whole. So if I need papers, I'll use those two. I still have my scrap box, which is quite full, but there's not many digitals in it. All right, let's get on. I'm sorry if I kicked you because I've moved the camera now. So I think if I'll just stick that onto there, or shall I cut the card down? I think it'd be easier if I cut something down, then I can see what I'm doing. So somewhere around here. So it looks like there's still going to be a piece left to make a tag with. Somewhere around there. And I am keeping it because it's a lovely card. It will be a small tag, but a tag nonetheless. Yeah, so this is because it's quite a strong pattern picture on there. That wallpaper will hide it nicely. Right. I haven't filled my glue Fabri-Tac up, but I think I'd like to use Fabri-Tac on this because it's shiny card. Let's see if there's enough in. Shiny card and sort of really thick wallpaper there. I think there'll probably be enough. It's going to be stitched as well actually, isn't it? I've just remembered. So I hope you're all well. It's beautiful weather again today here in the UK. I'm really enjoying the sunshine. I do love the sunshine. With having you know, arthritis and being a lady of a certain age. I much prefer the nicer weather. I feel a lot better in it. Don't like it too hot because that can be as bad as too cold, but it's nice to have the beautiful sunshine. Sorry folks, beautiful sunshine through the windows, etc. Right, I'll just give that a few minutes to grab, and then I think I'll cut it with the yes, the chopper, as I call it, the guillotine. Right, well, let's have a look at this one. Get rid of something that's just arrived new. So I'm thinking it'll only be a small pocket, but I think it'd be big enough for a journal. Can't believe I haven't got a journal here. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be big enough to just make that a flip up bone folder. Don't know where anything is at the moment. No bone folder. Ruler. That'll do. Yeah. So let's collage onto it. Shall we use some of this pink? That's funny because it's a flyer for a barber shop called the Rabbit Hole, and I've got rabbit paper here, so it doesn't need to go all the way down there, but I think for ease I might as well do it all the way down. Right, try not to cut the microphone wire. So this, I'm going to tell you who the paper was from. I think it's Home Book and Treasures, and I think it's called Chick Bunny. No, I know it's called Chick Bunny. I'm pretty sure it's from Home Book and Treasures, but you know me, the more digitals I get, the less I know who they're from. Quite like the lines down that as well. So it's a bit like a twee wallpaper, but with some grid lines down it. I quite like that top grid line. Let's cut it off. Cut it off and save a piece. For my junk box. Yeah, that's plenty long enough if I stick it on the top. And again, this is shiny, so I left the lid off it as well. And I will sew around this one as well once it's made up. So let's see how far down we're going to go. I hope I'm in camera. About there. And if I just put a little bit of, because I do want this one to stay put in the middle, just put a little bit of the Pritt Stick glue in the middle. So I'm going to try new glue when I use these Pritt Sticks up. Tanya at Tatty Treasures tells me that Elmer's is a good glue, and I believe Julie at Camellia Crafts, I was watching her last night and I'm sure that is her glue of choice as well. So apparently it's not cheap but good, so I'll give it a go. But I do now have 3 of these Pritt Sticks to get through. But let me know, guys, if you've got a preferred glue of choice. What I'm looking for is long-term stickability. There we go, good word today. Obviously price comes into it because I use a lot of it, but they seem to go so gloopy when you've had them open and you've used them a while. They're lovely when they're fresh. Right, are we going to have one of these on here? Just so that I can decide what I'm going to put on the front. Oh, the mice are, they're sweet, aren't they? I was just wondering if I wanted this. I think it's a hare, that. I don't want the hare and the mice, do I really? Let's have a look in the scrap box. Oh, I know what I've got to go on there. Maybe one of the clusters that we've been making. Right, I want something really that's completely different. Yes, music paper, text, quite like the idea of the music paper. Was that piece that I pulled out more white because I've got very yellow? Yeah, Not very, but more white than that. It's very big music. But I'm going to put something on it, so let's chop it down a bit and see. This is supposed to be a real quick, just stick it on and go piece of ephemera. I'm not supposed to be messing about. Not because those are the rules, that's just what I've decided myself. So big pieces like this stuck on rather than lots of little. Yep, I can stick that on and cut round it, which makes life easy. My own camera. Yeah, so the idea is clearing up as I go and making something. Ooh, lovely. Lovely. Making something out of it at the same time, so, and it's fun. Doing things quick and just throwing them together quick can be as fun as creating something. I'd like those little bars on there. Yeah, creating something you know, different and complicated, etc. Which occasionally I like to do, not always, but occasionally it's nice to do something new. Now this will be sitting on a page, so I don't have to make the back pretty, but I will just fold that bit up, I think, just for ease and a nice neat front. Yeah, I think those two go okay together. Okay, so are we going with the mice? They're a bit lost on their own, aren't they? What do they want with them? Let's see if there's anything in this use it up pouch that we're still on with. Quite like that on there straight away. As soon as I saw it, I thought that. Yeah, and leave it for somebody to put their own in the spirit of speediness. So, are we having something on the bottom as well? Should we have the mice on the bottom? Let's ink them. They look a little bit lost on there at the minute. The tails are not going to be easy. Right. No, I prefer them on there. No, and I like that up there as well. So that and that. What we was going to look at some clusters, weren't we? They might be a bit too big or too fussy. I've got a lot going on, but there's a small one. The beauty of these clusters, I found, is you can cut them down as well. See that? I could just cut in half and have the butterfly and the bottom bit of lace. We'll leave that one as a possibility. Quite like the leaf on that one. I'm hiding everything though. No, too much pink. Oops, what did I do with the butterfly? Bring him back. Yeah, so what do we think if we cut that down? Let's cut it and see. It's got a little bit of lace kicking out the bottom. So if they're like tucked under there, let's have some nice dark ink around it. Make it stand out a bit. I've cut it very straight on the top, haven't I? There's a tiny bit of lace coming out. I think we're going to call that, because like I keep saying, I don't want to mess too much with it. Spend too much time on it, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking I could put a number or something on there, but you know, I could be in the realms of overdoing it. Yep. I'm even wondering if we need the mice now. I think I'm gonna leave them off and leave it a little bit plainer, let the paper sing. Ooh. Okay. So this one's gluing down. I think I ought to try and put a little bit less on things. I do love to over decorate, like I like to overstuff my journals sometimes. I seem to be all or nothing. I guess the thing is, you can always add more afterwards when you're using them. That's another thing I'm trying to keep telling myself. So that doesn't have to be the finished article, just finished for now. Oops. Yeah, so I didn't use my mouse up, but I do like that when it's stitched. So I'll see if I can clean this glue nozzle because it's revolting. Oops. I will just glue it down temporarily. Oh, that's a good wobble I've got on there. Until it gets to the sewing machine. And then I'll decide whether I want to ink the edges or put anything else on it. Okay, so that's one done. I'll put a picture of it sewn on at the end. And what else did I say? Oh, that glue is erupting. Gosh, there's my lid. Get back in. Did I say what else I was going to have a go at? Oh yes, this, we did it, didn't we? We just need to cut it down, and that needs sewing around. Oh, I was going to see if one of those lovely fussy cuts would go on here. Oh, thick card. Let's see if we've got it anything like straight. Gosh, the picture on the front. Not bad, not bad at all. That should be straight now, shouldn't it? Oh, sorry about the banging. I don't know if it's knocking you, but it's taking me and the choppers all our efforts to not quite straight at the top there to get through it. That's better. And I think when it's stitched, the stitching will make all the difference on that because it's very plain. I'm not sure it's straight at that end now either. One more little chop. Oh, one more bang on the... Try cutting it on the front so I can see. That's better. One more bang on the tripod. I'm sorry guys, I'm very close to you today. About one of the really big ones. They certainly do stand out from the darker background, don't they? I'm just not sure if it goes. Let's have a look at this birdie. Oh, he's nicer. Yeah. Yeah, I like him. Decision made. I'm just inking him. I'm not doing it round you so that I don't send the tripod flying. Why shall we have me? Because there's quite a blank piece there, isn't there? Let's try this erupting glue then, see what it wants to do. It's very nearly empty, so I don't know how it's got the energy to erupt or the contents to erupt, but must be something to do with the heat and the pressure, I'm guessing. I've not even got it on its side, it's just coming out of its own free will. Yep, so they were really simple, didn't need anything behind that at all to make it stand out. Obviously the stitching will do a lot for that one. Maybe then cut the corners. Okay, so I will put a picture of them at the end of them stitched so you can see what they look like finally. So thank you very much for joining me for 2 more pieces of Junket July ephemera. I'll see you again soon guys. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.